Hi guys, this is Anil Gusani. Thank you for signing up for the webinar Drive Business Success with a Business Intranet on Office 365. We'll go through a short presentation. You can certainly ask your questions, put it in the chat panel, and if you cannot get to it during the webinar, we shall definitely go ahead and send you an email with the reply or get in touch with you. All right, so for this webinar, really, it's all about using Office 365, that is your existing investment in Office 365. How do you capitalize on it? How do you drive business value out of that investment? Office 365 gives a lot of apps for you all to use, but how do you really get that to drive business value out of it? That's what we're going to discuss in this webinar. Okay. So Office 365 Intranet really delivers a modern ready to go solution. Now you could have Office 365, SharePoint, you could build an intranet there. Really what it provides is a one-stop shop of all comprehensive business tools. It brings all of this in one solution. So using SharePoint as an intranet solution, you can really bring all the apps of Office 365 into one comprehensive tool set, and it then turns your Office 365 intranet into a business hub. Okay. Who we are BizPortals Solutions. We are a full-service product development organization. We focus on SharePoint intranet. Our flagship product, BizPortals 365, is built really around the end goal for that is really getting a business hub in place on top of your Office 365 subscription. Okay, so we are a full product development company. We assist customers in setup and onboarding of the intranet solution. We provide training to end users. We also provide other Office 365 and SharePoint services, including migration from on-premise Office solutions data into your Office 365. And if you have on-premise SharePoint, we can certainly work with you to help you migrate all the data to an online platform. We have deep expertise in intranets, digital workplace solutions. Again, our flagship product is what we sell, but we could work with you on your digital workplace solutions, really focused around Office 365 and Microsoft SharePoint Online. We also have the deep expertise with Microsoft platform in general, including Azure for hosting, also Microsoft CRM, Microsoft Dynamics 365. So if you do have any need on that front, you could contact us. Our focus is really on Office 365 users, as everyone is adopting Office 365. We cater to small, medium, and enterprise businesses. We have quite a few customers in all of these spaces, and we work across industries. So it's a horizontal product, and we cater to specific business processes across industries. And we have been a Microsoft Gold partner for 15 plus years. Let's go ahead and talk about the Business Hub on Office 365. Again, if you can see on the outer rim of the circle, we have all the line of business applications. You have ERP, CRM, product and project management tools, HR, information systems. So every business uses these applications, and then with your Office 365, essentially you get the entire tool set, including Outlook, OneDrive for documents, Teams for chat collaboration, Yammer for group collaboration, Microsoft Flow for designing workflows around your Office applications, and then Power BI for business analytics, and so on. So what we really have found out that using all these tools and having all the line of business applications, how do you bring all of that together? Well, we have designed a solution called BizPortals 365, a SharePoint intranet business solution, which really taps into all of these systems, and we go ahead and provide you a comprehensive tool set. And again, out of the box is what we have, and I'll go through the functionality with you, but we can certainly integrate with other systems there. Okay. So we provide, with this business platform, we really focus on the simplicity, self-service for employees, flexibility of the solution, and most importantly, the security and the mobility aspects are handled. It's purely scalable SharePoint platform, as a platform is very scalable. So we certainly bring that all those features in, and you can scale your business uh, needs. As your business needs scale up, you can scale up the platform also. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Let me go ahead and talk a little bit about a social versus business intranet. Now, a social intranet, if you go online and you search for intranet solutions, you have a lot of social intranet solutions. They do focus on document management because SharePoint provides that out of the box. So, like document management, they have team sites, news and announcements. They focus on team communications, employee engagement. What we do with our business intranet solution is outside of these things that SharePoint provides, we also have focus on project management because every business has internal projects running. You want to manage those projects in one comprehensive tool. Then HR and employee management can be done using this solution. We have workflow automation around forms and documents. So if you want to take documents through approvals and so on, we have all that built in into our solution. And then we, as I mentioned earlier, we do focus on the line of business integrations. So with ERP, CRM, also other HR tools, we can build the integrations as you need. Okay, and we provide a lot more services, as I mentioned earlier. So four key areas that I'll quickly focus on in the presentation, and then we can go through a live demo. The first one is information distribution. Right. So for employees, it's very important to be able to have an employee directory. You can easily get hold of employees. You want to be updated of all the news and announcements in the organization. So we provide that in form of a bulletin board and forms of news and announcements sections there. We also have streaming video web paths as part of our sites, and you'll see that. Basically, you could stream videos for your employees, maybe training and other videos could be posted right on the an employee center site that we have. So very easy for information distribution, right? And for people to consume information, it's very important that the framework, the site that they go to is easy to use. You can get to information very quickly. So we have really focused on that in our solution. Okay. Document management. Obviously, as I said, SharePoint comes with document management, a light version of it. What we have done is enhance that, and we have provided easy organization and categorization of documents. So you could populate a document library with all kinds of documents, but then categorize those, subcategorize if needed. Also, we provide a good view in terms of my site. So there you can get to your documents very easily. Your documents, the ones that are shared with you, you can see all of that in one comprehensive view. We have also focused on project management. Again, a very good tool. Now, there are a lot of tools, subscriptions out there for project management. So instead of using Office 365 and then some other subscription for project management, it's better to have that integrated. So part of our intranet solution really has project sites built in. There's a project portfolio overview that you can see in each of your departments. So let's say you have 4 to 5 projects running. You can see all of those. Within each department, and then once you go to a specific project site, there's extensive feature set in terms of Gantt chart views, Kanban board views. You could house all your documents, discussions around the project right on the site. Okay. HR and employee management. As I said, we have an employee center, and there you could have, as I said, streaming videos. You could really build your employee onboarding and offboarding into the site. You could have HR forms, policies, procedures, SOPs, all these documents really housed for your employees. So one-stop shop for all your employees. They can just come in to that site and really take care of all the information that they need to consume. And then we have workflow automation. So as I mentioned, in two areas. One is for forms. So we have employee forms that we provide out of the box. We can certainly work with you and add more forms as you need into this form center that we have, and then we can route those forms very easily. We can set that up, and all that is done from the front end. So once we train you, that is your power user or administrator, you could go in and set up the approval workflows for your forms. We also have workflow automation on documents. So if you want documents to go through a specific review and approval process, we have that built in into our solution. Okay. So BizPortals 365 is very quick to set up. So once you sign up with us on the subscription, it takes about 8 to 10 sessions, maybe less, depending on the customer size. We can quickly help you deploy the solution, train you, and set up the whole solution. We can help you brand it to your company. And there's easy personalization. You could do that from the front end, and I'll show you how. It's also customizable, obviously, and scalable model. We have a responsive UI. There's a single sign-on with Office 365, and we work. Our key solution is really with Office 365. So we focus on the cloud. But if you have an on-premise need for SharePoint, BizPortals can certainly be deployed on-premise also. Okay. Quickly going through some upcoming features. We are working, as all of you in the industry now know, that there's artificial intelligence, there's machine learning coming up. So we are working on getting intelligent bots in place for knowledge-based business insights. We are also focusing on working with third-party partners, also seeing what the best way is to provide in-depth analytics on information. We have also other advanced functional modules like case management and others that we are focusing on. So we are continuing to, our product roadmap is very extensive, but again, it really depends on, we follow the Office 365 roadmap very closely, so we can bring you the best value for your subscription. Okay. And we continue to focus on integration with more business systems. Again, it's always a thing that continues. It's in progress. So if you have a specific business system that we do not have an existing integration with, we can certainly work with you and integrate your system in that. All right. So let's go ahead and look at our BizPortals 365 solution. So here is the home page for our solution. And as you can see, there's a lot of information here. Again, this is a demo system, so I've made sure that everything that we have on the home page, we have put it up here. But you could customize the layout of this page, really customize it to your needs. So on the top left, you see there are some sections here built for employee self-service, some forms here, my site, some news. You could link it to some external news sites. And then if you want something for employees, something fun, you could host that right here. Okay, put that information. The key things are we have a bulletin board. So very easy for HR, IT to publish information in terms of, either it's maintenance that IT is working on or going to be working on, or HR wants to put out some alert here. You could use the bulletin board. I'll show you a quick example. Again, it depends on the access level. So let's say HR and IT do have access to go ahead and publish something. It's very easy. Our interface is very intuitive. If you click on the plus sign, you could put an alert, put a title, description. You can decide the start and end times of these alerts. And also, if you have multiple locations, you can send these alerts only to specific ones or all locations, and decide whether you want to send notifications to people here, right, by form of email, or you could just house it here. So very quick, easy to publish information. Then moving down, you have other sections here, like the people lookup directory. Again, very easy to look up employees. be able to contact them via Skype or phone. Again, if you do use some other systems, we could see how we can integrate that. You could send them an email right from here. Also, we have my tasks here. So my task comes from all the tasks that are assigned to you, whether it comes from a department, a project. You can see a concise view of all your tasks. The new tasks or in progress tasks, you can see all of those right here. We have forms. So again, 8 to 12 forms out of the box that we provide, including time offs, IT help desk, some reimbursement forms. And again, we can work with you and customize these forms. And then you have some quick links you can provide for all your employees. Right here, you have news and announcements. So as you can see, this is similar to the bulletin board, except that it has an image here. So you could have multiple news announcements for your employees to see. There is, again, a section called I'm Following. Really, it's all about marking your documents as your favorite documents or people, and then you can see all of that right here in this section. Okay. Then on the right side, we have a calendar. This is very powerful. So as people fill out forms, let's say, their time offs that they're taking, or if they're going to be out of the office, all of that starts showing up on the calendar automatically. Also, you can integrate your personal calendar and bring it into this view also. Okay, so a very powerful calendar section here. We have a spotlight feature. So if managers have access, they want to publish something about one of their team members. Again, consistent way of doing it. So you'll go to settings, you'll be able to hit on the plus sign and then put an article out here for one of your team members. Works great to boost the employee morale. And then the recent documents, so you see on the right here, these are really the last 5 documents or 6 that have been uploaded that you have access to. You could see that right here. Okay, so that's the home page. Again, all of this can be customized. Each of these sections can be, the layout can be changed. The width and length, can be modified. You don't need to have all this information if you don't need to for your intranet. So this is the home page. Then we have a key section called Employee Center, right on the top. So Employee Center is a site where HR can come and publish information, and all your employees can have read-only information here. So streaming video web part, as I said, you could have some training videos. So your employees very easily could just click on it and take a look at this. News and announcements. So HR can put out either there's a new hire or some new program that they've initiated. You can easily put that news here again. If you have access to do so as HR, same way to publish an news and announcement right here. Some quick links for your employees. And moving down, now this is a key feature of our solution that you can very easily publish text-based information. So not really possible in out-of-the-box SharePoint. So let's say you have some onboarding things that you want to publish for your employees. So when they come in, new hires, reading about their benefits, signing up for new orientations, what to expect on the first day, first week, all of that information can be housed here. This is all custom. You can really build your own sections here, what you want to publish for your employees. You can decide. So very easy for employees to consume that information right here. Going down, there's a little photo gallery here, also some contact information that you can publish. And at the bottom, we have a document library. Now, this is a key for employees. You could publish your policies, plans, benefits, SOPs. Everything can be housed here. If you can see, they're categorized and subcategorized here. You could build custom views. So let's say for employees, you build a view for policy documents, and they come and click on policy very quickly. They'll be seeing all the policy related documents here. So very easy to get to information. Obviously, we have an extensive search built in. So you can search not only from the metadata of the document, that is the title and so on, but you can actually search in the content also of the document. So very powerful search built in. Now, if you have multiple locations, we could have multiple document libraries here. So one site, you could have multiple libraries, give access to different sets of people. and then they would only see that. Basically, so you don't need to build different employee centers for different locations. You could house all information based on the location right here. All right. So outside of employee center, what we also have is departments. So every organization has multiple departments. You can set that up. This is just a demo. So you could set up not only the sites here, like for example, the IT department, you could have sub-sites also that you can house. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at one of the sites. That's a marketing department. Okay. So marketing department basically is, again, the layout is very similar to employee center as you saw. So this is out of the box layout. Again, you can change, you can remove the video section, you can change the length and width of these web paths and present it very differently. But essentially, it has information where you have news announcements, quick links. At the top, you see how many projects are running because every department could have projects running here. So you see that info. And then again, this section, as I said, this is the power of BizPortals 365. You could have a task list for your department. So manage all the work for your teams right from here. There are a couple of ways to look at this information. Okay, so we provide that here. You could see a timeline view of all the tasks here as you need to. So again, very powerful. You could have other um, lists here. For example, you could have a calendar for your department. You could have a checklist of items and so on right here. And then below, if you move down, you come to the same document library view. So department, all the documents could be housed here. It could also have multiple document libraries here. Okay, so that's our department site. Moving further, within a department, you could be executing projects. Okay, so for projects, if you click on projects, you really get to a portfolio view of the marketing department, all the projects that are running, and then you can, if you have many projects over a period of time, you could search for projects by these things in the bottom left. You could search for projects that were executed in the or initiated in the last 6 months. You could quickly get to those. You could create new projects right from this interface. Again, it depends on the access privileges we provide to your team members. So maybe a handful of team members can create projects, not everyone. So you could go ahead and create a project here. And then clicking on any of these projects brings you to the specific project site. Okay. Again, for project management, this is out of the box view that we provide. Again, we can work with you and change that, tell you how to change these things. But basically, again, for consistency, we have news announcements right in the middle. We have some discussions on the right. So instead of sending emails back and forth to the project team, you can use this discussion board here. So you could collaborate with your project team members with messages right from here. Also moving down, you have a task list. You know, every project has issues, risks, lists. You will have some checklists for projects. So all of that you can manage from here. So you have a task list here. Again, we provide this in two more flavors. That is a Gantt chart and Kanban board style. If you need more information around that, you can certainly get hold of us and we'll give you a detailed demo of the project site. But essentially, instead of using another project management solution, you can definitely come here and use this platform. Okay, and then there's a document library right here. Okay, so we went through department sites, project sites, employee center, homepage. What we have also is these forms, as I mentioned, the employee forms. Now, as people come in, submit these forms, instead of just getting emails and approving these forms, what we have given you is a great view of all the forms in our Forms Center. And I'll just bring that up right here. Let me just move this. So for forms really in Form Center, you can see on the right side, it's a great organized view of all your forms, the forms that you have submitted in the system, be it a time off or expense reimbursement, and so on. And then if you're a manager, you could have the ones that are sitting in your inbox for approval. So you can see all those forms here. So let's say there's a form that you open up with the mileage reimbursement. You look at all the details here. You want to ask some questions. Uh, you can directly come here, request comments from the person who has submitted the form. And if everything is fine here, you can just go ahead and approve the form, and then it moves along in the workflow. It goes to the next person. Okay, so very easy to manage all your forms here. Also, we have one form called IT Help Desk. So instead of, again, using another IT Help Desk solution, it's great if you use this. So people can submit IT Help Desk cases, and IT will come here. They'll say, okay, let me go ahead and look at all the cases that have come in, and they can manage their entire IT Help Desk right from within the intranet. They can see all cases if there are multiple teams. The managers can see by the teams, the ones that are assigned to you. All of that can be managed right from here. Okay. Now with lots of information, just think of a lot of projects running across departments, and then you have your department tasks, documents in the system. How do you really go about seeing a consolidated view? We give you something called My Site. My Site is basically a dashboard for every user. So you can see all your tasks here in this view, the ones that are in progress, the ones that are due today, upcoming ones, all of that you can see it here. You can in fact go to the, for example, you could go to your in progress tasks and say, okay, I have so many tasks running. Again, instead of jumping to different sites, you can come here, click on a specific task and update it right from this view. So we make it easy for users to use the solution. Okay. And again, as I mentioned, we have documents here. So my documents, really the ones that you're following, the ones recently uploaded that you have access to, all of those show up here. Now, all this is consistent with the look and feel of Office 365 applications. So if you go to Microsoft Office 365 Delve app and you look at documents there, you'll see a similar view. And that's what we are trying to do, that whether you're in individual app or you're in BizPortals 365, you'll see the common view of information. Okay, so this was my site. Going back to a couple of other things, we are running out of time, but I'll go ahead and quickly let you know that for documents here, as I mentioned, you can categorize, subcategorize. You can go ahead and initiate workflows. So you can route a document for approval. You can go ahead and mark it as your favorite. You can go ahead and share a document with some external users. So very easy right from the front end. Users can do that. Also, you can view the version history of documents. So you can have multiple versions and quickly revert back to an older one. So very powerful document management features built in. Again, if you do house documents today on a network drive or some other location, we help you migrate all your information into relevant document libraries, make sure that those are secure, and that's the part of the services that we provide. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a good view. Oh, by the way, the documents that you see here, this is fully integrated with Office 365 as OneDrive. So you see all your intranet folders here. We were looking at the marketing department. Now within OneDrive, you can see the ones that you could see on the marketing department site. You can see it here also. So all our, all the tools, apps are fully integrated into our solution. And if you need some custom things done, we can certainly work with you on that. Okay. So thanks a lot for attending this quick webinar on BizPortals 365. How do you really drive business success with a business-focused intranet, right? Rather than just a social intranet that you use for employee information distribution. This is a business-focused intranet, and we do work with you on your LOB integrations, make sure that we tie in all that information. So please do contact us. If you need more information or a detailed demo, you could go to our website, bizportals365.com, and certainly look up for more information or contact us for a one-on-one demo. Okay, thank you all. My name is Anil Gursani. Again, I'm a solutions consultant. Please get hold of us and we'll work with you and help you really move uh, on your Office 365. We'll help you deploy this intranet solution. Thank you.